I do think when we talk about winding down, that's the key word. Over in the U.S., we call it tapering, and tapering's really two functions. The first part of tapering really has to do with how does the Fed drop down its book? And right now the Fed's sitting on about $7.7 trillion on its balance sheet, which if you start unwinding that, I think there's some liquidity concerns in the market. And whenever we talk about liquidity concerns, that's usually a short run issue. Could that? I think one of the theories floating around in economics and finance right now is as we taper down the federal sheet, are we going to see, and we see the spending arise, especially this infrastructure bill, $3.5 trillion deficit? Are these factors going to help alleviate some of those tapering pains? And is it being intentionally done to relieve these tapering pains for some of the largest Fed sheet of all time? My personal opinion on it, I think opinion of a lot of more active people in finance and economics right now, is I think the federal government and the Federal Reserve will do what's needed to be done without having a massive supply shock. I just don't. I think after getting through the worst global economic situation to ever hit us, or at least on record, I think they're unwilling to just be like, oh, well, we did this. Well, let's let the market just recorrect itself. Like anything in economics wins. It's undefeated. It wins 100 out of 100 times in the long run. But I think all these plans, infrastructure, ARPA, the CARES Act, I think what these are all doing right now is expanding the production of the United States greater than what it would be in the long run. I think that's true for European nations. I think that's true for all nations that engaged in dramatic economic stimulus. In economics, we have this thing called the production frontier, which is basically the max production an economy can have, but for some stimulus. And we are the biggest but for some stimulus that there's ever been, probably since World War II, to be honest. But I think what we'll see is a gradual, less dramatic than, say, a post-war economy that occurs in a post-war economy. So yeah, I do think we'll see tapering. I do think we'll see a reduction in spending. But I think that reduction in spending is going to be coming in the reduction of deficits, not a swing from, hey, $3.5 trillion deficit to let's try and get $1 trillion surplus. So more gradually, and I'm a little more optimistic on it.